Hey, everybody. Today is a big day for Redemption Press.
And Athena and I are here to celebrate together, and we are so glad you are popping in to join us.
We have been busy beavers working behind the scenes for several months now to provide a service to meet a need that we have seen within the publishing industry and certainly within the kind of publishing that we do as a company.
You see, there's so many ways that you can publish your book, and yet sometimes we find that it's hard and challenging to find an affordable way to publish quickly and with excellence.
Yeah, quick and excellent don't usually go together in the same sentence. Oh, but hey, with 35 years in the publishing industry, actually it's 36 now, I have connection and insight in a variety of areas with a number of experts who have a standard of excellence that matches Redemption Press. So we have taken the time to research different avenues and have found the best way for an author who has a manuscript to publish a quality product but using more of a DIY, do it yourself method. And once all of these pieces fell into place, we knew we were able to launch a brand new DIY imprint called Cole Street Press.
That's super exciting. So, Athena, how did you come up with the name Cole Street Press?
Well, in April, many of you were with us at the Greater Things She Writes for Him virtual event, the third since we started when the pandemic shut everybody down in 2020. And we were actually this year in April able to move from our original bookstore and offices, just kitty corner, to the corner of Cole Street and Griffin, which is the busiest corner of the entire historic downtown Enumclaw. So now, where we used to be just like this little itty bitty bookstore hidden away that no one noticed, we are now on that key corner and have Romans 8:28 Books and Gifts, that Christian bookstore, front and center right there on Cole Street.
That's awesome. And so when we were thinking through this whole process, we were like, well, why don't we call it Cole Street Press? And that's how we came up with the name. So we had to develop a team for Cole Street that is somewhat exclusive because of what we're going to try and accomplish. So who is on the team at Cole Street Press?
Well, I was super excited to reconnect with a long time friend. We've been friends for 30 years. And Kathy Eide is the going to be our managing editor for Cole Street Press. She is the author of Proofreading Secrets of Best-Selling Authors and Editing Secrets of Best-Selling Authors, and is the editor compiler of the Fiction Lovers devotional series. She has been a professional freelance editor for over 20 years, owns Christian Editors Association. She founded that herself, which is the parent organization to 4 different divisions that she founded. One is the Christian Pen Proofreaders and Editors Network. The other is the Pen Institute. Then there's PenCon, and then the Christian Editor Connection. So the Christian Editor Connection, Christian Editor Association, sponsors the Editor's Choice Award. And after speaking at numerous writers' conferences for over 10 years and actually directing 3 of them for 6 years, some of you may know her from the Mount Hermon Christian Writers Conference. She was there for a number of years. And she now puts on Christian Writers Retreats. So we are so excited to have her as part of this team. It just goes right along with the commitment to excellence that we had in putting Dory Harrell over Redemption Press. we're using that same mindset in having Kathy come on and shepherd the Cole Street Press authors. So then we have a team of layout and cover designers. We have Danielle Keller, who is a dedicated project manager for the Cole Street authors. And as we grow, she'll be building more project managers that she will shepherd as well. And then we have our Redemption Press acquisitions and marketing team that will be highly involved in not only determining the best option for an author that maybe is looking at both Redemption and Cole Street and trying to figure out what's the best way to go, but then also some of our proprietary, stellar, amazing marketing opportunities that we've developed in-house. Those kinds of services will also be available for certain of the packages.
So good. So when we were developing this, we were thinking through all the different types of authors who are looking to be published. And so let's talk through those different categories. Now, first we have, what if I, which I actually am, a nonfiction or even fiction authors, what do we offer them?
Well, we have 3 different packages that we developed. And before you say, "What are you doing? Packages, you diss that all the time." We're going to tell you about that later. But 3 packages. The first is the priority package for that author who has a manuscript already. It's been developed pretty much and wants to get it published quickly. The author would receive a complete evaluation, a copy edit, and a proofread, along with the design and layout and assistance getting their book into distribution.
If an author wants more editing than offered in that first package, along with a little coaching and marketing with their book, along with all the distribution channels, they would want then the second package, which is the premium package. And then we have one more package in this particular set, and it is called the Platinum Signature Package. What does that offer the author?
It really offers a higher level of editing, a lot of developmental, comprehensive developmental editing, including the author's content, along with book launch coaching and our exclusive Amazon book launch service. So there's a lot more to it, but that's just kind of a bottom line.
Yeah, this is definitely just an overview. There are a lot of different bullet points of what each package will offer. So there are 2 other services that we came up with to really assist authors in their publishing process. And so can you tell us about the potential for those who wish to publish a children's book?
Absolutely. We have 2 different levels for a Cole Street Kids book, and that would be the lower level would include professional illustrations, a basic children's book editing that kind of works with the author to make the corrections and improve the storyline, maybe handle some of the vocabulary that maybe is not the right level for the age range. Some of those different things. There's 10 basic elements that edit works with the author on. And then the higher level of the children's book or the Cole Street Kids is a complete rewrite. Like we have a guy right now, just as an example, who has 3,500 words, and it really needs to be like about 1,500 words. And so we're going to be doing a rewrite and taking some of the extraneous words and getting them, instead of telling the story, to show the story and just really bringing it to where it needs to be. So that's a higher level of editing and rewriting to really make it the best that it can be. So our professional marketing team also walks you through the best way to get your book into the hands of your reader, and full distribution services are included. And I'll just say the difference between the lower end and the higher end in the Cole Street Kids is the illustrations for the lower end are 14 full color, full page illustrations, where it's just a illustration on the left and words on the right with a little backwash behind them. The higher one is more, there's more double page spreads, more background. It's just a higher level of illustrations and detail on the interior of the book.
And what a great option for authors who really have a dream to write a kid's book, but aren't really sure how to do it all. And especially with illustrations, to
Yeah.
be able to do this in a way that's affordable and they'll still have an excellent product. So I'm really excited about this last option because it's something relatively new for us to offer at the Cole Street Professional.
Yes. And the cool thing about this is I actually did this with my old publishing company with Wine Press. I took my teachings that I was doing at all these Christian writers conferences, and I took the stories that I told to as examples of people who self-published and then picked up a traditional publisher, or some of the different things that they did to create a quality product. So I took those teaching notes and turned it into a book that, I mean, I used to give that book away. I didn't just sell it. I gave it away because it was a calling card for not only the service that we provided and the quality of the service we provided, but it told the story way better than a business card or a brochure. So this is something that's close to my heart just because I did this many 25 years ago. And it was one of the best things we could have done back in the 90s. So Cole Street Professional offers business owners or coaches two options to publish a book to place in the hands of your clients. Packages feature a collaboration of editors and marketers that help you publish a professional product ready to open new doors of opportunity. Our experienced team helps develop a compelling manuscript, positioning you as an expert to build your business. And the highest level will use our proprietary Amazon strategy to launch your book as a high ranking bestseller with intuitive search capacity.
And I also love that within the professional package, it's really good for pastors or people in the ministry that want to get a book maybe for their congregation or for the church in general, the Big C church, to be able to utilize as a resource. And so we will help you by taking notes that you have, maybe even sermons that you've preached, and place your information together, your content together, so that you can have a resource to use.
Exactly. In fact, our team can take audio files or written files, anything from blog posts to sermon notes. That's how I did my last memoir. It was a bunch of blog posts and some radio shows, and that came together uh, for a cooperative rewrite to create a product that I never could have gotten out of the weeds to be able to do it myself. And so even audio video files we'll use, or sermon notes would need the sermon as well. So the transcript from the sermon, or this could be even, a retreat that you've taught or something where you've been on the docket 3 or 4 times, that could be turned into a book. So, we just are super excited about the Cole Street Professional line of books for, business, ministry, coaching, whatever God has you doing, that information will be something that will brand you as an expert and give you credibility with your clients.
So, as you said before when we started, and I've heard this since I started on the team at Redemption Press, that we do not do packages. Everything is custom. So, what is it that made you shift as we put Cole Street together?
Well, it's really something that when I stood back and thought about it 20 years ago, I had to do the same thing after 9/11, and print on demand came out and was a new thing. And so I had to develop a whole new line of lower end packages that would help those who could not do, Back then you had to print 1,000 or 1,500 or 2,500 copies of your book there before print on demand was out there. So that was something that was an important piece for us because not everyone could afford to do that higher end of publishing that we offered. And so now the idea of coming up with something that each level of the package, which I always say, we don't do packages because if everyone paid the same amount, there's no way you'd all be getting the editing that you need because some person might have 10,000 words, someone else might have 100,000 words. How could you possibly spend the same amount of money? So what we did was we created the packages to include a certain level of editing based on a certain number of words. So our lowest one is based on 35,000 words, and it includes, and this is for the fiction or nonfiction, and that includes an evaluation that gives you as the author some tips to go back and improve it, then a copy edit and a proofread. Now, if you happen to have 45,000 words, then there would be an upcharge for the extra 10,000 words. So then on the middle package, we offer a comprehensive copy edit, which gives comments, which gives you an opportunity then to go back in and add some clarification or add some showing rather than telling or doing some things to improve the product. Then a proofread, that's good up to 40,000 words. So again, if there's more words than what's in there, then there's an upcharge. If there's less words, then there's a credit. So we're trying to customize as much as we can that editing piece of each of the packages. So then on the top package, the Platinum Signature is a comprehensive developmental edit and copy edit and proofread for, again, up to 40,000 words. So, we're even, because our heart is to customize and give an author what they need. If you are a person who goes, I really want this package because it has XYZ in it, but I don't need quite that much editing, or I need more than that, then we customize it for you. So let's just say it's a customizable package.
There you go. Well, and we want it to be that way because we want to offer our authors the opportunity to have an excellent product.
Right.
And because if you have a really bad product, nobody's going to want to buy it. And it's not going to give you any credibility. And so that's why we do it this way, to be able to offer you exactly what you need. So on Black Friday, we are going to release the Cole Street specials, because we are going to have some launch specials throughout the rest of this year, but we want to do something very special on Black Friday.
Yes, as we release this during the Thanksgiving holiday, we know that Black Friday is always, everyone's looking for the big deal on Black Friday. So we are offering a special to either publish your book or market your message on each day. So Black Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So those 4 days, we're going to be releasing 4 different specials. So you'll want to be watching your email inbox for that. But there will be a launch special for the Cole Street. All the Cole Street packages are going to have a chunky discount, which we're going to apply on Friday. And we are super excited about being able to do that, just to give people, a leg up to get it started right now out the gate.
Yeah, and you can be one of the first ones to know the specials by simply subscribing to our newsletter. So if you don't get our newsletter yet, I'm going to be placing the link in our Redemption Press Facebook page, so you can find your way there and you click the link and join our newsletter so that you can get these specials. And we offer lots of value every time we send out a newsletter for authors. So it's definitely a good thing to be a part of. So Athena, I know people are going to ask this question, and so I thought we would just clear the air right here. What is the difference then between publishing with Cole Street and publishing with Redemption Press?
Well, one thing about Redemption Press is we require multiple levels of editing, a lot of back and forth, no combining of edits. They're all different passes, like a traditional publisher would do. We also do a lot of hand holding and Zoom calls and phone calls and just a lot of personalized help on a number of different areas. Like if you have problems with technology, we have someone that coaches you through being able to figure out the track changes or some of the PDF issues that people can have downloading a PDF or any of those types of things. So it's a very customized, hands-on service that and that kind of time and attention takes. That's a lot of staff that have to be able to take care of all of those authors with that kind of service. So with Cole Street, it'll have somewhat of a DIY feel, only you're just not out there on your own trying to figure it out. We're giving the authors more of the tools to navigate the publishing process with success while still maintaining a quality of excellence. So we're going to use more efficient ways of communication that are less time consuming for our team. That will also be able to reduce the cost. So one of those ways is almost all the packages, except for the top ones, have email only. The communications all by email, because that's a time saver to do that. And so not to say that you can't, there is a package that does have the Zoom and phone call option, but that's kind of one of the bigger areas that we are dealing with to try to make it more affordable. Although within each level, there is a higher level of service to the author. And there's, as you go up, as you see the different packages, you'll see there's more to the higher end packages. But that doesn't mean you have to stay. You might start with a middle one and then add on later. So again, we're always trying to be helpful so that you can really make this happen and be part of a community that is just a bunch of people who love Jesus and want to write for him, even whether it's writing something that is, a children's book with maybe no scripture in it, or maybe a business book with no scripture in it, but maybe a Christian worldview, obviously, all the way to a memoir that is Christian living and clearly, preaching the gospel and sharing scriptures all the way through. So we're really widening what we're able to do. There are some services that Redemption Press has for their authors that are available and sometimes even included in the packages, like the marketing consultations and our exclusive Amazon book launch. That was something that was proprietary for Redemption that we decided that we wanted to offer our Cole Street authors. So where Redemption Press is completely custom with a project manager who walks you step by step through each stage of the writing, this is hands-on, white glove service that does everything for you. Your project manager will walk you through every decision that needs to be made. And Redemption Press gives a service that rivals traditional publishing, that goes way above and beyond, as Redemption also works with the author to coach them through writing their manuscript or rewriting their manuscript to make sure they have the quality of a traditionally published book. So from the writing process to the launch, the author is guaranteed success. But that Redemption Press model, the price tag is quite a bit higher. And that's because we're doing all the things that a traditional publisher does, and they're normally investing $35,000 to $75,000 in an author. And some of our packages or some of our customized options through redemption, depending on your word count, can be 15, 20, 25,000. I mean, if you have 200,000 words and you need a complete rewrite because it's your dissertation and you want it to be a commercial project that actually could reach people and not be all academic, that's going to take a whole lot of rewriting on a whole lot of words. That is not going to be inexpensive. So there's definitely some big differences in the two, but they both have a heart that's committed to excellence and just doing what we can to help an author get their message out there.
Right. And as authors come to us, they may be unsure as to what service or what imprint is right for them. And so our acquisitions team is here to really help you and guide you through that process. Also, with Cole Street, you have to think through this because Cole Street requires your manuscript to be complete. Now, because we do it customized, you could rewrite or you could write your manuscript having coaching from Redemption Press side and then publish with Cole Street. So there's a lot of options that we can do to make this exactly right for you and affordable for your budget.
Love that. So with the addition of Cole Street Press, our goal and we've been doing it now for 9 years, is to really meet the needs of every author who wants to publish their book with excellence. And that's our heartbeat. That's what we try and help you to do. But, when you look at the two different options, one is we're going to give you the tools and show you how to do it. And then you're going to have to go do it. We're not going to do it for you like we would on the Redemption Press side.
And with this, any author who joins our family gets to be a part of an amazing community that we have created and developed of authors who really support and encourage one another. So think of it as one community with two imprints. So it's the best of both worlds in hybrid publishing.
Yes, yes. So you can find out more at colestreetpress.com and check it out so that you can kind of see. It's not an exhaustive page of description, but it gives you an idea of what's included in all the different options. And then you have an opportunity to fill out a form and connect with one of our acquisitions team. And, we want to help you. And let me just say, the one thing that we want to do is we want to give you a realistic picture of what it's going to take to end up with a good quality book, because you could go somewhere else that's promoting 65% off and a $1,500 package. And let me just say, if it sounds too good to be true, it is, because a lot of times what you're paying is on the back end. They're charging you for a back cover. They're charging you for a proofread. They're charging you all the extras that are not included in that $1,500. And they're charging you way more when you want to buy copies of your book. All of our options, you get a 65% discount off of the retail price, which is significant. One of our biggest contenders, if you don't buy at least 50 books, you only get a 25% discount as the author. So there's definitely some ways that we are wanting to make sure we're telling you everything up front. This is what it's going to take. We're not just trying to do bait and switch and get you in on a low price and then, oh, wait, you want a cover? Well, that's extra. So we want to be honest and upfront and continue to set realistic expectations for those who really want to have a quality product that can get out there in the marketplace and make an impact.
And we're so excited to see what God is going to do as we partner with authors all around the world to get their message out, because we're all about building the kingdom, and your messages have a way of bringing hope and the message of Jesus Christ to the world. And so we want to partner with you, and we're excited about the business portion of it too, because we can help those business owners really develop their companies and get those messages out as well. So
Amen. And we have some people on here: Debbie Ashley, Pam Mitchell, Liz Holtzman, Jana McHenry, Ann Griffiths. Hey, ladies, nice to see you all. Mary Miller. Yes,
thanks for joining
we
us.
are. Yeah, we are super excited about this. So watch your email inbox for more on, well, you'll get something tomorrow, but the specials won't start till Friday.
Right. So everyone have a happy Thanksgiving, and we will pop in most likely and see you again on Friday.
Mwah. Love y'all. Bye for now.